senior year of high school, you get into UCLA, but family can't afford it. How does that affect you at the time?
I couldn't care less.
Oh, you couldn't care less?
No.
Why not?
I didn't even want to go to school.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay, so what are you thinking then?
Well, I was thinking I have to get to California.
Okay.
That was like a path to get to California. And then I was like, I'll go to the community college, and then I'll at least be close to California.
Yeah.
And I chose Orange Coast Community College in Orange County because I watched the movie Orange County with Colin Hanks and Jack Black. And the whole premise of the movie is Colin Hanks wants to go to Stanford and get out of Orange County because it's nothing but hot chicks and stoner dudes. And he's trying to get it. He's more than that. And I'm like, that's all I want to be, is a stoner dude surrounded by hot girls.
Yeah.
And so I went to the community college, and tell you what, man, it was the best decision I ever made. So then I moved out here, and it was awesome because that's where I met Blake and Kyle, Blake Anderson and Kyle Newacek, who I created Workaholics with. And we met day one of improv class at community college.
And the rest is obviously
And the rest is history.
In what ways do you think Robin Baker impacted your decision to move to LA?
Yeah, Robin she was my high school drama teacher. And it was cool. She was like the first person that was legitimately said that I had it. She was like, you have it. You could go and have a career in LA.
And you're thinking what at the time?
I'm thinking, this lady gets it. I'm like, she's a smart woman. She understands. She sees what I'm bringing. But she also like knew people. Like she had friends in LA.
I understand she had some conversation with your parents that made kind of all the difference in...
Yeah, she essentially told them that I have what it takes and that I could move out. Because I think my mom was like, does he? Like, are we crazy? We think he's funny and talented, but like, are we crazy?
And your dad was more hesitant, right?
Yeah, my mom was always like, he's gonna be a star. Delusional, that lady. But my dad, he's just more of a realist. He was like, well, like, what are the odds? You know, because the odds are crazy.
Yeah.
And my mom kind of instilled in me, and and it's something I believe in. I'm like, why can't it be you?
Right.
Like, someone has to make it. Like, there are people that are working in TV and movies. Like, why can't it be you? It could, you know. Where it's worth giving it a shot, because then I don't want to be an old person and being like selling real estate or whatever I did, you know, and go, I wish I would have taken the leap and actually try to follow my dreams.
Your mom was telling me the other day on the phone she had a bit of a panic attack after they dropped you off in California. I think they made it to about Colorado, and she like broke down and was like, what are we doing?
Rightfully so. My roommate and I got drunk night one and climbed a fence, and he slipped while climbing the fence, and it was like a metal fence with a sharp point.
Oh no.
It stabbed him right in the shin, and split open his shin, and you could see the bone. We had to go to the emergency room that night one of us getting in town.
The evening at the Improv influenced you how?
Yeah, Evening at the Improv, which was a show on, I think, A&E or something. And it was a stand-up show that my dad and I used to always watch. And especially after my accident, I couldn't walk. I couldn't go play sports or get out of the house or do anything. So my dad and I would just watch stand-up all the time. And it wasn't the great comedians that really inspired me. Like, obviously, they inspired me because they're fantastic and they're super funny. But it was the comics that barely made it on, that weren't that great.
What?
Because I was like, well, I could do that. Like, I can be just okay
And genuinely,
be on TV.
You're thinking that?
Yeah, I was like, I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, and I was like, I can be that funny. Like, that guy's not that good.
What would your dad say?
Nah, my dad he was always like, yeah, you're funny, but you're not that funny. Like, you're not, like, make it on TV funny. And I'm like, you're an idiot, dude.
But that almost weirdly motivated you in
Yeah,
a way,
for sure.
right?
Yeah, I would say like just to prove him wrong. He wasn't doing it to be mean. He was just like, in his thought, because we're just people from the Midwest. We've never even been to Los Angeles. Like, we don't know the comedy scene or what it takes or how to actually make it or be a success. So for him, he's like, you're a funny guy, but you're not a stand-up comedian. Like, these people are like the funniest in the world. You know, we're come from a funny family, but we're not that. And I think that's what he was trying to say. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, I am.
What do you think you learned from your dad?
Hard work. My dad is a really hard worker. Like, when he worked blue collar jobs and he worked for the railroad, which can be a difficult, hard job, taxing, but he never complained about going to work. And he was always like, it's a blessing that I have this job and I can provide for my family, and would never complain. And I think I took that from him.
And he would be gone for like days at a time?
Yeah. Yeah, he was, he'd be gone sometimes for like a couple weeks at a time, and then would come back. And, you know, you were sad as a kid when your dad's leaving, but he'd always try to make it fun. So he would sing this song, Daddy's got to go to work to make a lot of money so he can buy baseball cards and Barbie dolls for his little honeys. And I'm like, yes, baseball cards.
He successfully recovered from a couple different types of cancer he had.
Man,
you, to like your credit, like pull some strings, immediately got him into the #1 cancer, you know, the hospital, got on the other side of that, going through health challenges again. How does the last go around kind of prepare you for going through it again?
Well, I mean, you just sort of mentally get used to it. I feel when he first was diagnosed, I was on the set of Righteous Gemstones, and I just like broke down. I couldn't shoot. I couldn't do anything. Luckily, it was like they waited till the end of the day to call me, and I was on my way home, and then it was like I was off for like a long weekend. Like, I think I had 3 or 4 days off. And
Brutal few days.
I
You're
was
by yourself.
home alone. I was like, I don't even like red wine, really. I mean, it's fine. I was just like a little wino in my house. I'm all alone. I'm just like chugging red wine. I'm taking baths. I don't take baths. It was devastating. And I think I scared my neighbor because we had like a dock. We were in Charleston, South Carolina, and I was on the dock, and I was just going, no! And my neighbor's like, these actors, they get emotional. So yeah, that was hard. And then the second time, after he'd beat it once, you're like, okay, we can beat it again. And now he's going through some other health issues, and it's the same kind of thing. Like, you know, I think he can beat it again.